a memorable photo of Muhammad Ali sitting on $1 million, captured by photographer Howard Bingham in 1964. 1970s college life, calling home from the dorms at the end of the first week of college, a nostalgic memory. Gary Anderson, the young designer who, at the age of 23, created the recycling logo as part of a contest in 1970. Olga Schubert, the 5-year-old girl closest to the camera, captured in a photograph by Lewis Hine in Biloxi, Mississippi, in February 1911. She had just completed a day's work picking shrimp at the Biloxi Canning Factory, which began as early as 5 a.m. In 1960, John F. Kennedy engaged in door-to-door campaigning in West Virginia. At the age of 19, Jennifer Connelly portrayed Josie McClellan in the 1991 movie Career Opportunities. A decade later, she achieved an Oscar win for her role in the film A Beautiful Mind. In 1912, Ruth Law made aviation history by purchasing her first airplane from none other than Orville Wright himself. This photograph, taken in 1956, is one of the last images captured of the legendary comedy duo Laurel and Hardy. Sigmund Jähn, 1937 to 2019, made history as the first German citizen to venture into space, accomplishing this feat on August 26, 1978. In April 1917, during the Battle of the Scarpe in France, British Army soldiers from the Royal Horse Artillery were photographed at a German 5.9-inch howitzer emplacement along the Arras-Cambrai Road. Mr. Rogers and Officer Clemens, who was the pioneering first black supporting character on children's television. Bullfighters and spectators captured in a photograph within the quadrille yard, just moments before the commencement of a bullfight at the Albacete Fair in Albacete, Spain, in 1932. In 1946, the young Norma Jean, who would later become known as Marilyn Monroe, was seen enjoying a day at the beach with her friends. 1 week before her tragic passing in 1997, Princess Diana was photographed on a yacht in the picturesque setting of Portofino, Italy. In 1946, 2 members of the Royal New Zealand Air Force were photographed amidst the haunting ruins of Hiroshima. Rita Hayworth was captured riding a bicycle around the pool at the Beverly Hills Hotel. In Wellington, New Zealand, circa 1940, a poster parade for peace was organised, led by the pacifist Reverend Ormond Burton during World War II. On August 6, 1973, NASA astronaut Owen K. Garriott conducted an extravehicular activity, EVA, to retrieve an imagery experiment from the Apollo telescope mount attached to Skylab, while in Earth orbit as part of the Skylab 3 mission. President Félix Faure of France, whose death in 1895 is often linked to a widely circulated and unverified account involving a sexual encounter. Raquel Welch in a promotional photograph for the film Hanny Calder from 1971. A military salute taking place on the Place du Martroi in Orléans during the commemorative celebrations of Joan of Arc in France on May 8, 1923. At the age of 15, Jenna Fisher worked as a cashier at Long John Silver's. German General Anton Dossler captured in a photograph moments before he faced execution by firing squad. Abebe Bikila, the barefoot champion of the 1960 Olympic marathon, poses for a photograph after joining Emperor Haile Selassie's Imperial Guard around 1952. Prior to his running career, he had served in the Kagnu Battalion during the Korean War. An image from 1966 showcasing an icebox facial beauty treatment. British actress Jane Seymour radiating beauty in the early 1970s. In the late 1970s, country music icons Johnny Cash and his close friend George Jones were captured together. Shortly after her May 1958 wedding to Eddie Fisher, Elizabeth Taylor was captured in high spirits on the set of Suddenly Last Summer, donning a white one-piece outfit. Cowboys casually approached the bar at a saloon in Tascosa, Texas, in the year 1907. The newly engaged couple, Senator John F. Kennedy and Jacqueline Bouvier, enjoying a relaxing moment at the Kennedy family home in Hyannis Port, Cape Cod, Massachusetts, on the 4th of July, 1953. U.S. Navy Seabees can be seen unloading cargo onto the black sandy beaches of Iwo Jima in February 1945. Cheech and Chong made an appearance on American Bandstand in 1973. Lucille Ball and George Reeves in the Lucy and Superman episode of the iconic TV show I Love Lucy, 1957. Portrait of Two Whistles, Ishichoshtups, of the Crow people, Apsaluke, photographed by Edward S. Curtis in 1908. A glimpse of the Disneyland entrance in 1965, a time when parking cost only a quarter. 1956 portrait, Norman Rockwell, the celebrated master of American illustration and prolific painter of heartwarming scenes. That was all for today, folks. We hope you enjoyed. Until next time, safe travels.